Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to the Cozy Club, my friends. We have finally seen a giant sneak peek and preview of the giant graphical overhaul update heading to Disney Sorcerer's Arena, and it looks like it is right around the corner. Now, they chose a little bit of a weird way to showcase this with like a still imagery of different locations throughout DSA, and while they're awesome that we're getting a sneak tease and a preview of it, typically you want to see like the same before and after, right? Like if you have the same house being worked on, you want to see it before it got fixed up and then after, or I want to see solely within the jungle and then solely within the jungle again so that we get a better comparison. So instead, I've decided to go ahead and do the before and afters myself, trying to locate the same still imagery and the same, locations in the game as they have in the photos to give you guys a little bit of a better view. And then on top of that, we pulled some of the old character shots so that you guys can really see what we're going to get with this giant, massive graphical overhaul. And then most of all, what I want to see come with this giant update when it hits DSA. We have a whole lot to cover, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Alrighty, my friends. So like I said before, the sneak peek or the preview of the graphical update, we've seen it twice. We had it once at the devs Q&A stream on my stream back in June. And then here's our second sneak peek, which means anytime they post it on a social media platform, it's just around the corner. Now, you guys feel free to follow either me on Twitter or Instagram down in the description below, but you can see they posted these screenshots on both social media and as well as in the Discord. One of the devs posted all of the pictures as well. So as you guys can see, there's a dramatic difference in the backgrounds here. You got the first one that's kind of like a dead lawn of grass that's apparently supposed to be a jungle, whereas we definitely get a lot more proper of a jungle feeling. You can see way more sharper colors, more shading in general, much more detail and more kind of defined edges in general with the graphics. Again, the character models are way more impressive, but it's still nice to see that the landscape in general is looking this good. Now, like I said, it's nearly impossible to see a before and after, so here's a little bit of a better, proper side-by-side that I tried to create to show a little bit more of a comparison between the two. Again, same here with the lava background. Now, they posted like a snowy background as well as this kind of underwater one. A little harder to see the detail there. However, with the lava background, it's a huge visual change in the environment and overall immersion. Now, I know what you're saying. Backgrounds are cool and all, but like they're only there for, every now and then. Let's go ahead and take a look at what is really cool in this update, and that is going to be the character model update that most likely obviously will be coming with the overall graphical overhaul. Now, this truly looks like we're playing a whole nother game completely, and it's crazy what a little bit of color and some shading really does to add extra immersion and just better graphics overall. Now, like I said, back in June, this graphical image was teased. We have the old Davy Jones, as you can see here, and then we've got the brand new looking character models for Davy Jones with way more levels of details. You can tell the angles are a little bit different, and the overall polish is pretty impressive on the old Davy Jones there. Now, I've got to say, in comparison to other mobile games like Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and Marvel Strike Force, in its genre, this is by far the best looking game on the market already. And then combine that with the graphical update, it's going to skyrocket. And when looking back at these older games, it truly looks great. Now, another example is Baymax. You can see just what a little bit of color changing, some angles and shaping and shading does to the overall character models. And again, they weren't even that bad looking, and it's just going to take them up a whole nother notch. Now, Cozy Club, you might want to sit down for this next one. Rejoice as we don't have to look at the same old, gray, dark, cold, dingy dungeon within live PvP. We now get a look at a new graphical, updated, cold, dark, gray, cold dungeon within PvP. I think I said cold twice. With this updated character select menu going into a live PvP is when you really start to see all of this come together, and it looks like an entirely different game. When it all comes together, the background, the character models, the shading, and all the colors and edges, it absolutely looks incredible. So here's a look with the same character placements as before, and then this is again a look at the after. It's pretty jaw-dropping. The fact that I can continue to kill Baloo in full HD, and maybe I even get a little blood out of him this time, it's exciting. Now, obviously, I'm extremely pumped about the update, and I'm happy with the release timing, that this is coming before everything else, as I really thought this was needed before any other game modes. And for that matter, guys, I would trade a new legendary, character releases, game modes, you name it. If they can bring this graphical update And then with this update, they bring a huge bug bash fix that is just going to fix, I don't know, there's like 50 plus characters right now with altered kits that are doing things not like they're supposed to. And there's a lot of bug bashing that needs to happen. So hopefully this is a giant client update that's going to fix really everything in one patch. Quite frankly, the character bugs or features, if you want to call them that, are breaking a lot of the gameplay design and some of the mechanics. And it's funny, I've asked my Twitch stream, there's some bugs that benefit the community, but I want to ask you guys, comment down below, are you willing to give up bugs that benefit the community to get rid of all of the bad bugs that are kind of ruining some character kits and gameplay mechanics? I want to squash them all and just have a fresh start in January to DSA in 2022. So there you have it, Cozy Club. The new graphical update is just around the corner. Here's another look at all of the graphics that we showed today, and hopefully it's going to be within this week or next. And I bet that Club Expeditions was built on this update. That's why they're kind of getting it done first. And again, comment down below and like if you want them to bring a giant bug bash with this update as well. Thank you guys for stopping by. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, we are almost at 15K. And until next time, Cozy Club, stay cozy.